What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Friday, August 9th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. Okay, guys, let's dive into today's MLB slate. We have some great matchups, and I'll highlight the top picks as well as some value plays. Let's start with the pitcher position. So I like Jose Berrios. He's got a fantastic 600% pitcher advantage here versus the Oakland Athletics. Now, Berrios throws his best ball to righty batters, and he's facing 6 righties tonight. He also gives up a .222 batting average versus the A's. Historically, Oakland has only managed to get 6 hits off of him in 27 total pitches. Berrios clocked in a solid 24 fantasy points 2 games ago and 9 points 3 games ago. His ERA sits at 4.11 with 103 strikeouts. So I really like Jose Berrios here versus the Oakland Athletics. Now let's shift to the catcher position. You might want to consider Victor Caratini. He has an 18% batting advantage against the Boston Red Sox, specifically against righty pitchers. Caratini bats a .745 OPS versus righties, while the opposing pitcher gives up a .864 OPS to lefty batters. Though Caratini has no career at bats against this pitcher, he recently scored 19 fantasy points in his last game. He's priced at $2,700 on DraftKings, making him a decent value pick tonight. Moving on to the first base position. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is a top choice here. He has an 18% ownership and faces the Athletics, who rank as the 26th worst opponent. Vlad Jr., batting .321 this season with 23 homers, has a 300% total batting advantage tonight. He's gone 1 for 3 against this particular pitcher, batting a .333 average. Given his recent performance, scoring 35 fantasy points just 1 game ago, he's looking like a solid play here. Next, let's look at second base. Ketel Marte stands out. Despite a tough matchup against the Phillies, who rank 5th defensively, Marte has a 42% ownership. He's batting .295 with 29 home runs and has a decent track record against this pitcher. With a batting average of .308 against him, Marte has racked up 4 hits and 13 at-bats, including a home run. In recent games, he put up 18 and 16 fantasy points 2 and 3 games ago. Solid option if you're looking for a high-ceiling play. At third base, again, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is a viable pick. All the data supports him being a strong contender for big points against the Athletics tonight. For shortstop, Elly De La Cruz shined with a 39% batting advantage versus the Brewers. His dash rank is 73, and he's batting .269 with 20 home runs. Recent news praised him for his athleticism and baseball intellect. He scored 22 and 29 fantasy points in his last 3 games. A strong candidate for high returns in your lineup tonight. Heading to the outfield, Aaron Judge is your go-to guy. With a 40% ownership, he's facing a middle-of-the-pack Texas Rangers team. Judge has an OPS of 1.089 against lefties and has amassed 41 home runs this season. Reportedly, he's charging towards some serious MLB milestones. Although he scored 0 points last game, he had 14 and 9 fantasy points in the games before. His salary is high, but so is his potential for explosive points. Now for some value plays, let's start with Tanner Gordon. He faces a strong Atlanta Braves team, but he scored 18 fantasy points in his last game. He might struggle against Atlanta, but at $5,200 on DraftKings, he could be worth the risk. Spencer Horwitz is another value play at second base. Facing the Athletics, he has a 29% batting advantage against a low-salary pitcher. Horwitz bats .272 with 4 home runs. He scored 10 fantasy points 3 games ago, making him a low-cost, high-reward pick. Victor Robles in the outfield is worth noting too. He's facing the New York Mets and has a 20% batting advantage. Batting .279 with 3 home runs, he scored 5 points in his game 3 games ago. With a salary of $3,100 on DraftKings, he's a good value pick if you need to save some salary for higher-priced studs. If you want to try these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video, or just go to DraftDashboard.com. Use our DFS lineup optimizer to fine-tune your picks. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I'd love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.